And right now, we want to take you live to Hamilton, where Premier Doug Ford and Minister of Labour Monty McNaughton are speaking to the media. We'll listen in live.
Our government is on a mission to ensure workers and job seekers can get the training they need to find meaningful careers close to home. If you want to put in the work and help us build a stronger Ontario, we'll give you a hand up to a better job and a bigger paycheck. That's why we have now invested over $700 million in our flagship Skills Development Fund, which to date has supported nearly 600 free training projects in communities right across the province, helping more than 500,000 people take the next step in their careers. That includes careers like those available in shipbuilding, which are well-paying, often with pensions and benefits. These are careers that offer a path to a purpose-driven life where you can do meaningful work with your hands, support your family, and give back to your community. Looking around, it's terrific to see Ontario's shipbuilding industry is on the rise again, led by the amazing work being done here at Heddle. Working together, government, business, and labor will continue to help workers turn their potential into paycheck and grow Ontario's economy for everyone. And now I want to turn things over to Premier Doug Ford to provide today's important announcement. I also want to say, Premier, because of your leadership, Ontario really is on a comeback when it comes to manufacturing and shipbuilding. Thanks for your leadership and thanks for all the work that you've done. Premier, over to you.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Minister McNaughton, for that introduction. It's always great to be back in the beautiful city of Hamilton alongside Minister Lumsden, Minister McNaughton, and the true Hamilton champion MPP, Donna Skelly. Before I start, I just want to recognize and welcome Deputy Mayor Tammy Wang. Thank you, Deputy Mayor, for coming today and say hello to my new BFF, the Mayor. So, and we're working very well together, by the way. As well as Kelly and Doug and Anita from the Marine Museum of Great Lakes out of Kingston. Thank you for the fantastic tour of the historic Keewatin steamship. Folks, when this opens up, you have to come by and see this. This was built the same time as the Titanic. It's absolutely amazing, and they're working hard on revitalizing it. And I finally want to give a big shout out to Sean and everyone here at Heddle Shipyards for hosting us today. And thank you for all the great work you're doing here, especially the workers. I met a whole bunch of workers every time I come here. Talk about true champions, they're true champions. They're helping revitalize our shipbuilding industry. Friends, working with workers and great companies like Heddle Shipyards, we're bringing manufacturing jobs back to Ontario. Since 2018, our province has attracted billions of dollars in investments in automotive and clean steel manufacturing, including Dofasco's $1.8 billion green steel project right here in Hamilton. We're building in the electric vehicle supply chain, connecting critical minerals in Northern Ontario to automakers, steel makers, and battery and part makers all across Ontario. And last year, as part of our Ontario Shipyard Modernization Project, our government announced an $8.7 million investment at Heddle Shipyards for new technology and training to help revolutionize, sorry, I got tongue twisted on that one, revolutionize shipyard operations in our province. As we continue to attract investments and rebuild our manufacturing sectors, the biggest concern I hear from business owners across the province is not being able to find enough workers. The numbers speak for themselves. 700,000, I'm going to repeat these numbers, 700,000 more people are working today than when we took office in 2018. And I don't know if you've heard about last month's employment jobs, but last month, Canada added 60,000 jobs right across the country. But folks, due to the great workers here in Ontario, out of the 60,000 jobs, 56,000 jobs, or 93% of those jobs, were created right here in Ontario. So that speaks volumes about the people of Ontario, and that's amazing, and thank you. But there's still more than 380,000 jobs going unfilled every single day, and we need to close that gap because by 2026, 1 in 5 job openings in Ontario will be in the skilled trades. These are manufacturing jobs in auto plants and at shipyards like this one. These are also the jobs to build the highways, transit, schools, hospitals, and homes our growing province needs. These are the jobs that will build Ontario. That's why our government is investing over $1.5 billion in our skilled trade strategy, working hand in hand with labor unions, businesses, and our colleges and universities to train the skilled workforce our economy needs. Whether it's upskilling workers, training new ones, or breaking down barriers to get more skilled immigrants into our province, we're leaving no stone unturned. It's all hands on deck. And so today, as part of our Skills Development Fund, we are pleased to announce $3.7 million in new funding to train people for good-paying jobs in the shipbuilding industry. This is a new program led by Heddle Shipyards. Will give new and existing workers in Hamilton and Port Weller hands-on training in ship repair and shipbuilding. It will also provide in-class training for in-demand careers like welders, millwrights, and electricians. And it will help companies like Heddle Shipyards attract lucrative shipbuilding contracts and new good-paying jobs here in Hamilton and beyond. And I'll speak for the deputy mayor and the mayor and myself and our whole caucus. Sean, you mentioned about federal contracts. You know, we saw when I was with the premiers, I noticed billions of dollars is going to BC, billions of dollars going to Nova Scotia, billions of dollars going to Quebec, and the brand new ships, we need to start getting those contracts here in Ontario, and it's absolutely critical. We spread the wealth. I love the people in those other provinces, but we got to take care of the people of Ontario as well, because they have, outside of the number you said, Sean, we have got zero new builds in Ontario from the federal government. Friends, as we continue to navigate global uncertainty, our government is hard at work, building an economy that can weather any storm, an economy that never loses sight of what's most important, helping people succeed, helping workers succeed. That starts with creating the economic conditions that attract investments in growth and good jobs. We have the right plan to build Ontario. We're making electricity more affordable. We're keeping taxes and fees low. We're cutting red tape. We're investing in transit, roads, and highways to keep people and goods moving. And we're training the skilled workforce that companies need to grow and expand. Thank you all for joining us today, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you.
We'll now go to the reporters' questions. If reporters could please line up at the microphone behind me. Just a reminder, it's one question and one follow-up. And please identify yourselves by name and outlet.
Hi, Premier Ford. I'm
Hi.
Sarah Piesker from CBC Hamilton.
Hi, Sarah.
A new study shows that most Hamiltonians are breathing in at least a partial to a full cigarette's worth of benzodiazepine every day just by breathing the air. What's your government's response to Hamiltonians who would like to see an end to provincial air quality exemptions for industry?
Well, again, I'm going to have to look more into that. I'll speak to the Minister of Environment, but I'll tell you what we're doing for the environment. We're investing over at the FASCO. They're investing $1.8 billion, and we're putting hundreds of millions of dollars to get electric arc furnaces. Not only here in Hamilton, but up in Algoma. That's like taking 2 million cars off the road. We're building transit system right here in Hamilton, the LRT. That's going to take more people off the road. We have one of the largest expansions. It is actually the largest in North America, a subway expansion. Again, I gave the number the other day, trips of cars, just the Ontario line. It's like taking 22 million cars, those trips off the road. So we're focused on making sure we reduce emissions, and we're also focusing on carbon capture. So we're doing our fair share when it comes to the environment.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Winner, Hamilton Community News and
Hi.
Hamilton Spectator. So, despite your new best friend, Mayor Horvath, the Hamilton Council is very reluctant to follow the provincial government with regard to the Greenbelt. What tools will the provincial government use to force the municipality to follow through on expanding the Greenbelt and building on the farmland?
Well, first of all, I look forward to working with the mayor and discussing that. But folks, these are just the facts. We're the fastest growing region, bar none, in North America. 504,000 people, almost the size of Hamilton. Deputy Mayor, I think it's, 540,000 that live here. Just imagine, every single year, a city of Hamilton lands in Ontario. And there's a tremendous amount of land here in Hamilton, and we need to do our fair share in Hamilton right across the board, per capita. Folks, we need to build homes for these people. These are just the newcomers, the refugees and immigrants that are coming to our province. We have to build 1.5 million homes. Everyone has to divide that share up, and we need homes. Simple as that. Not mentioning all the young people, not even young people anymore, anyone. It's hard to afford a home, not to mention the Bank of Canada keeps jacking these interest rates up. My heart breaks for the people that have to renew their mortgages as well. So we need to build affordable, attainable, and just regular homes for people.
Again, Hamilton Council has
We've been listening in live to Premier Doug Ford make a funding announcement at Heddle Shipyards in Hamilton, saying that the Ford government is investing $3.7 additional million to give workers more training in shipbuilding as part of this development plan at Heddle Shipyards. Also taking questions from reporters. He was asked about the new study showing that the air quality in Hamilton right now, it's emitting a chemical that's equivalent to smoking one cigarette a day. And he was also asked about redeveloping the Green Belt.